All right, folks, hopefully this is working. I'm going to show you how to grid this. I went over it in class already, but just in case you missed it or if you were confused, I'm going to go back over that. So I'm going to use a 6B pencil so you can see it. You do not need to use one as dark. On your photograph you may want to, but on your actual drawing paper you may not want to. Okay, so I'm going to use the metal ruler just so you can see a little bit easier. And so I'm going to find the center of the actual image on my photograph, and so I'm just about 7.5. So I'm going to mark that at 3 3/4, and I'm going to do the same thing down at the bottom. Okay, so at 3 3/4 I'm going to mark that. Then I'm going to move that so I'm on a 1 inch. Now you can do 1 inch or you can do 1.5 inch increments. That's up to you. I'm going to go with 1 inch. And it's okay that the last box is not a full inch. That's okay. Don't worry about that at all. Okay. And I also need to mark on the edges there. Okay, so I've got that side, and I need to do the top as well. Again, so I centered that on 1 inch. It didn't matter which one. On my very edge, and then I'm going to go across, and I'm going to line up on the very edge of it, and I want to go off the edge of my drawing, or to the edge, I'm sorry, to the edge of the paper. So that's on the edge of the image, and I want to go down to the edge there. Okay, again, it's okay that this is not, oops, got my fingernail. It's okay that that last one is not a full inch, but we ideally want to make this, the rest of them, all the interior ones should be a full inch strip. So I'm lining up my dot here and my dot there. Again, I'm going to edge to edge. I'm going to go all the way down, edge to edge, boom. And edge to edge. And almost done with that. Again, I want to do the edge of the photo as well. Then I need to measure, so top to bottom of my image, not the paper, but the image. So it's 9, so the middle of that is 4.5. So I'm going to measure 4.5 over here. And then again, I'm going to shift that. So I'm at the 1 inch increments. Boom. Okay, so my dot lines up with one of the 1 inch marks. And so I'm going to mark all my 1 inch points. Again, it's okay that that's less than 1 inch on the outside. That's okay. And I'm going to do the edge there too. And I'm going to do the same thing up here. It doesn't matter that I'm lining it up with 6 inches here, because it's just a matter that it's right on one of the inches. And so now I'm going to do the same thing. So again, side to side, all the way across. Again, this is not going to be a full inch box. All those boxes are smaller than that. That's not 1 inch, and that's okay. So I know some of you are stressed about that. You do not need to be. Everything is going to be just fine. Lining up those 2 dots. Never just make 1 dot and then try and eyeball it, because it does not work well. It does not turn out well for you. And you want these dark enough you can see them, and on your photograph sometimes it's a little bit more difficult. So you may want to use a 6B. Sharpen that 6B though. Don't use a dull pencil. almost done. Okay, once you complete this step, you'll go on to the next video. Okay, so at this point, when you finish this video, you should have both the edges of the picture and all your 1-inch increments. And so you should have it gridded off on the entire piece.